What's up agents, Patrick Wolf here. Welcome to another Division 2 build video. Today's build video is going to be what I consider to be the best rushing DPS build, you can call it if you want to. If you guys enjoy rushing through content, if you don't want to hang back, you're sick of using rifles, if you want to build where you can just sprint straight up to heroic NPCs and face tank them and kill an entire room of NPCs without reloading your weapon, this is going to be a fun one for you to use, and it's actually really strong, and I use this build whenever I'm trying to do quick speed runs on all the missions. So this works really good in heroics. I would not recommend using this build in legendaries or any kind, or in the raid, but this is just for people who want to do challenging missions, even hard heroics as well, just as quick as possible, and just to get up in the NPC's grill and just go crazy. So this is going to be an SMG build. We're going to be utilizing the chatterbox, so make sure you guys get that first. You're going to need that gun, to be honest. But over here we're going to have a look now. I couldn't really decide which specialization I wanted to use, so I went for the technician. Reason being is because this is you're gonna need a shield for this, guys. You can't just face tank heroics no matter how much armor you have without a shield. So I have gone for the artificial hive because it's really good. This actually, while it's on your back, little charges actually proc your shield and revive your shield. It gives your shield health back, so it's very strong. It allows your shield to just stay up all the time. It's kind of like active regeneration in a way. So you want to stack health, and then this will just be the active regeneration basically. We also get one skill tier, which is going to help the shield, and it's going to help our other skills, whatever skill you want to use, the hive itself. So it's very good. And also, drones, skill proxies, and robotics can be a problem to kill, but because we've got extra damage, it does help us a lot. Another thing as well is you guys can go over here. Don't ever forget to make sure you change this. Skill healing, skill damage. It's not a skill build, but just a quick little note because I always forget to change this up, and it's quite annoying when you do that. So make sure you guys have SMG damage on as well. Keep rifle on if you need some extra long range damage. So let me explain this build to you guys and why this is so strong. I enjoy using this SMG build. SMGs are not that strong right now, but this is extremely strong because of the talents. This is the best SMG in my opinion. I tried the Lady Death. This is just way better. I do have the Lady Death and I did test it. This is going to be basically a balanced build. 3 blues, 3 reds. We want to be able to be a little bit tanky, but while still putting out a lot of damage. Now, I tried a whole bunch of talents, and I figured that these two work really well together because we're not sacrificing like glass cannon taking more damage. We're not making it situational. We are just going straight for headshots because you can get headshots. That's why concussion is so strong right now with this build, because most of the time when you're utilizing this, you will be close. You will be within 10 meters of the enemies. And you'll see why it's insane. When you get close to a bunch of enemies, you shred through them, and you don't even have to reload your weapon. It just keeps getting 50% magazine every kill. So it's quite important to be able to do damage, and let me tell you guys something now. Obliterate does that very well. So this is going to be a shield build. We're going to pull the shield out. As you guys saw from the footage, I don't need to explain that. Now, I'm going to go over the pieces because there's a few things there you need to keep aware of. We're going to be stacking crit damage because we have an SMG. We get easy crit chance, so the more crit damage, the more damage we can output. And the crit damage is quite high for this, I'm not going to lie. And the nice thing as well is rifles roll with crit damage also, so which is good. So I'm going to be using this. So this is the main attraction of this build, the chatterbox. Mine's got 7% crit damage on it, crit chance 15, 11 SMG damage, it's okay. So incessant chatter, when you reload, rate of fire is increased by 20% for each enemy within 15 meters for the duration of that magazine. Max stack is 5. Kills refill 50% of your magazine. This is the best part. You don't even have to reload. And the funny thing is, this gun reloads so quick anyway. So to be honest, they're both very strong and they're very fun to use. It works very well. You guys don't have to reload. You just blitz, and the fire rate is insane when this gets going. And it's got a nice sized magazine, which doesn't even matter, guys, because you're gonna be getting 30 bullets back every kill. So it takes way less than 30 bullets to kill an enemy, a golden elite. So don't worry about that one. So make sure you guys try farm this. Farm hyena boxes, hyena missions, or SMG targeted loot, and you will get it. Then just put up like a classic M1A with boomerang. I would recommend using that as your secondary. Don't worry, whatever sidearm you guys want to use. So the coyote mask you get from the season rewards, upgrading your character, and you can also farm coyote from the final boss in the mission, one of the missions. This is very good because we are actually going to be within 15 meters of the enemies, which gives us critical hit damage. That's the only reason why I went for this. It's very strong. You know, this is a very good solo build, but if you want to be in a team, you know, there's going to be more enemies, so it'll be a bit more difficult. So I guess you could call this a solo build, but definitely utilize this. It gives you a lot more crit damage. I rolled mine crit damage or all. You can't roll it, but luckily mine has got the high rolls, which is good. Mod your red as a crit chance just to get up to 60%, guys, don't forget. Then the 2-piece Circle of Concern is a very, very good idea because you get crit damage and SMG damage, which really helps this build a lot. Roll crit damage as much as you can, remember. And Obliterate. Critical hits increase total weapon damage by 1% for 5 seconds. Stacks up to 15 times. That's very, very easy crit damage. So we'll have 15% weapon damage at all times. There are other talents you guys can utilize, but this is just very fun to use and very... it works very well because Obliterate is always fully activated at all times. So it's just free weapon damage. And it's you know, there's no... You don't need to put Unbreakable because your shield is quite strong. It just works well, and I'm sure you guys trust me by now. So the holster, this is actually a pretty decent one. Weapon damage, crit chance, very, very nice. We've got the 2-piece active there. We have got 1.2 million armor, which is very nice as well. Allows us to tank a bit more. Now, I decided to go for this Grupo Sombra, which is a very nice backpack because I've rolled max armor. I've got max headshot damage, which goes well with concussion. So we're going to be hitting a lot of headshots, getting big damage. Armor regeneration is also not too bad. I do have repair skills. I wish it was a blue mod slot for incoming repairs, but it doesn't matter. Whatever. I can deal with that. Or even more crit damage. So you guys, if you really wanted to, you could roll vigilance. You could go mad. You can have more damage, but trust me, vigilance would be a waste with this build because it gets taken away because you're going to be face tanking enemies. So I would not recommend running vigilance. But concussion is very, very strong. It works with the SMG, obviously. Just remember to read it properly. It's very, very good. And headshot kills increase total weapon damage by 15% for 10 seconds. So remember, it's very, very good. And by the way, Grupo Sombra gives us a 15% crit damage, which is a great piece because we need that extra crit damage because we do have max crit chance very easy. Then I've gone for the death grips. I can't recommend these enough. 5% armor on kill is really good because you're just going to be blitzing enemies, and this will basically, it's like having clutch, guys. If you can shred through, if you're playing on challenging, you will never lose your armor. You don't even need a shield because of this. These death grips are really, really strong. It gives you extra health as well. I've rolled crit chance on mine. It's a bit of a shame that the armor rolls isn't too good, but it doesn't matter. I like that set. 511 is actually really, really strong right now. Then I've gone for the Fox's Prayer. Reason being, because I had a spare one, and because damage to targets out of cover, that will help you take them out very quick. Very, very nice. When it gets nerfed, what would I replace it in its place? To be honest, I'm not sure. But you could potentially try find more crit damage, but it's a bit tricky. We're gonna have to see because there are nerfing Contractor's Gloves and Fox's Prayer knee pads. But we're gonna see when that happens. I'll give you guys a bit of a rundown when it does happen. So if you go look at our stats, okay, this is going to be interesting because 112% crit damage. Remember, we're going to be getting another 25% from Coyote's Mask. Now, you would think 60% crit chance is what you're looking for. In my opinion, it doesn't really matter as long as you're right there because you know you're not wasting your crit chance. So I could, if I wanted to, I could go put a mod on that makes me over 60, but I'm not that kind of guy that needs to have 60. As long as you guys have at least, I would say, 54, 55, it doesn't really matter. It's just an example, but we want to make sure you get crit damage. Now the headshot damage is what's going to really make you melt these NPCs. The headshot damage is really, really good. We do have a bit of rifle damage there as well, obviously. SMG 36, 45% all weapons damage, which is actually really good. Nothing too special there. Some hazard protection. On our skills, we've got, don't worry about skill haste, that doesn't matter. The shield is going to be very strong, which we're going to go over right now. So I'm going to show you guys the shield. Artificer Hive, you guys know what it does, so I don't need to go into too much detail with that. I do have a tier 4 shield, which is really, really good. Now, if you wanted a tier 5, tier 6, you could just roll blues, but then it would kind of defeat the object of killing enemies as quick as possible. So make sure you guys give this build a try because it works really well. It's very nice in challenging missions and heroic missions. It works very, very well, and you could just rush NPCs and just go mad and just blitz them, get the armor back from the these gloves, death grips, whilst stacking huge damage from headshots, massive crits, and you'll rip through them. Your magazine will constantly be getting refreshed, and you can just keep going and keep going and keep going. In the dark zone, farming in the DZ is the best with this because you can just stand in front of the NPCs, and the more that are in front of you, the more the higher your rate of fire is. It's just a really fun build to use. So I'm not going to blab on too much about it. Just give it a try, guys. Artificial Hive, this is very good. This actually refreshes our shield, so that's why it's very, very good. And we get another, I mean, look at this, guys. Having one skill tier is quite important. 100% charge efficiency and health and skill refresh. So it's good. It's a good trade-off. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Please give it a try. It's a very strong build. I really do enjoy it. I'm going to be using this a lot to speedrun and to just blitz through content. It's very fun to use. And yeah, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Consider becoming a member from my channel's homepage. Click the notification bell, and I'll be seeing everybody in the next video. Peace out.